Good morning, friends. Today is Friday and it is January 3rd, so we are on day 3 of making music every day for a year. And I finished the song that I showed yesterday in yesterday's video. And it's not super long, but I don't really um, want to make it much longer. I think I did pretty much everything I'd like to do in the song, so yeah, I'm just going to do a playthrough and then I will walk through a couple sections here while you guys take a listen or after you guys take a listen. So I hope you enjoy and let's listen in. All right, guys. So yeah, that was the full song, and I basically spent a lot of time yesterday arranging and finalizing, mixing, and mastering. So yeah, obviously, I think that's one of my better songs that I've produced so far, and I am at the point where I'm just gonna call it good. There are probably things I could improve with the mixing and mastering. However, this is something I'm really happy with, and yeah. The thing is, I mean, I just don't have the skill set to mix and master much past what it is now. So I mean, I can make tweaks, but I just I don't feel like I have the skill to like really improve it so much. So that's kind of one thing I'm looking to work on here in the next couple um, years, I guess. I don't know, however long I do this. So I'm just going to do a track breakdown now, so that you guys have heard the full track. So I'm just going to go individually. This could be kind of a long video, but I'll try and keep it under 20 minutes. So I'm just going to go through the sections individually. So this is the first loop pop layer, I guess. So yep, that's just to add some character. Nothing really on this rack here. I did cut some of the lows out of this because I don't want this interfering with my kick or any of the lower frequencies. So I did I did EQ that out. Honestly, I could probably make this a little bit more firmer there, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so more interestingly, let's go into the kick drum. So, yep, this is the kick here, and let's listen to it. So not only is it a kick drum, it does have its own rumble on there as well. And yeah, I don't know why I have a tape stop on here. There's no tape stop for a kick drum on this track. But really all I did here was I cut some of the lows, cut some of the highs. And then I put Decapitator on there to add a little bit of saturation. It's just that I set the knob to 1, so let's see if you guys can tell a difference with Decapitator. So yeah, Decapitator is awesome. Just even a little bit, it makes a big difference. And if you caught that, I also have an EQ that cuts the highs as a transitional element here. Although, let me just open the automation. So what this is here, this is automating the frequency of this 1, I guess, the first part of this EQ. So as it passes through this automation, it will kind of cut the lows for a little bit. And yeah, sounds kind of cool. And then it's just used to kind of fade out of the song as well. So we can see the EQ is moving up. Okay, yep, pretty simple. So that's all I have. Just a bit of Decapitator, a bit of EQ. Okay, and then this is just another element I have on here. So let's take a listen. It's actually, for some reason, this one is extremely loud, so I did turn the gain down a little bit, but... Okay, come on. Yeah, it's just another top loop. They kind of, these two go well together, I feel like. So, guys, if you know a different way to do this, let me know, or if there's a shortcut, but I don't know, I just felt like these top loops go pretty well together, so that's why I have 2 of them. And these are all from PML, Production Music Live, and one of the courses I bought from them. All right, so the second thing to look at here is going to be the acid stabs. And yeah, these are basically just a serum preset that I modified. Let me do this so my keyboard works. Okay, so play with the resonance, play with the cutoff, exactly. There's a bit of LFO. So we have LFO 2 is assigned to the blend. LFO 4 is assigned to the wavetable position, so it gives some movement. Anyways, that's that. It's called Acid Puma. And yeah, that's the preset. And then this is just some fill cutoff automation here. I have it twice. Honestly, I could play with it a little bit more, but like I said, I'm not really going to touch this track anymore. So we got the chords on here. So let's go down here and minimize these 2 things. So these are the chords of the track. Oops, hold on. There we go. And so you see there's a ton of stuff on here. First one we'll go over, I guess, is the EQ. Cut lows, cut highs, and did a little bit of the boost at around 1,000. Yep. So I did a little boost there. I have a tape stop automation here, so that just kind of is an effect that I put on there, just because why not? I have a kickstart on there to sidechain the pad, and then I have this Kramer tape, which is makes it sound a little bit more analog. It's just a plugin that I have. I don't know how it works. I honestly just bought it because I saw a tutorial because it was like 10, 15 bucks or something like that. And I like how it makes things sound. So this is with it on. Honestly, can barely hear difference. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, something I added. I have a bit of reverb, and then I have an erosion on there as well. So I probably have too many effects on here, honestly, looking back on it, but I was just kind of like throwing them on there to experiment because I don't really know like all that much about effects in Ableton just yet. So I was just experimenting with it. I think the pad doesn't sound that good on its own, but within the context of the song, I think it sounds okay. Yeah, this is just your basic pad. Um, what to talk about here? It has unison on oscillator A and B. Um, Obviously, it has a shit ton of reverb and delay on it. Has some EQ in the preset itself. We have detunement to add wideness for pads. You add detunement. That's just basically having the frequency played just a little bit in stereo. Okay, and oscillator B is up an octave. Envelope. So this is assigned to your noise. So, something that's cool about Serum is you have your sub oscillator, oscillator A, B, your filter, but you also have this noise. So noise can be interesting for pads. And you see it's just basically really quick decay and sustain here for that, the noise. That's really all I can think of to go over here. Vocal chops. So I did group them together because I wanted to do a little bit of a different thing with one of the words, which is this one here. We're going to just solo. So I grouped them together, but yeah, this one I just have an EQ to cut out the lows to make it sound a little bit different than the other vocals. All I have on there is some reverb. That's about it. Just a Valhalla verb. And I have it, I guess I have it set to ambience. I forgot what I had put on there. But this is just some random vocal I found. So I added in chops throughout the song. So I have one portion here, which I guess you could call this the breakdown, where he says all of the things at once, and then throughout the song he says like just different small bits of it. I did also do some EQing here. I did notice there's some weird like crackling, so like it just sounds a little bit more nasty and untamed without the EQ. So I did cut here where I don't know why, but it was clipping earlier. So something about like the mid frequencies here are just under 1,000 were clicking. So yeah, so I did I just EQ'd that down. This is called surgical EQ, where you find like a certain frequency that you want to just remove, and then you just have a basically surgical removal of that specific frequency range, and that's what I did there. This part also EQ'd out the low so it doesn't conflict with our kick, and it also has a kickstart on it to make it like not also conflict with that. So just some nice, just another like layer that sounds really, I think it sounds pretty good when this is in the highest energy part of the song. And it plays just for about 8 bars. So that's good. Okay, let's go down here. This is just a down. It's a down filler. So whenever there's a big shift in like the change in the song, I have that playing. And also here, I just have this one too, which is Sounds cool, I think. So it's just a basic downfiller. Honestly, I could put it in the other places too, but I just forgot, to be honest. Okay. Down here I have just some, I guess you just call these, what, rhythm, arpeggiation? I don't know. Just some notes that complement the chords. So these notes are just an arpeggiation of these chords. They just sound pretty good. They're like plucky, kind of like ethereal plucky. They're EQ'd a bit. So this is with EQ. Mostly I just wanted to hear the highs. I didn't really care about the lows all that much because I don't know. In techno, I feel like the low should be mostly like your kick drum or the acid steps or whatever. But if you guys disagree, let me know. And then down here, what is just some basic snare rolls, really. These are just a basic snare sample, and yeah, just as a nice little transitional element. I did compress them. I do have a utility on there because they were really quiet for some reason, so I had to turn the gain up. And final thing just to note here is just a riser that I have on the track as well. So let's listen. These are kick-started too. But yeah, the sample itself, I actually turned the gain down because it was kind of overwhelming and washing out the track a bit too much. So I turned the gain down a couple decibels as well. And the volume. So the volume knob and the gain were turned down. So the gain just made the sample a little bit smaller, more compressed down, I guess. So it wasn't like as loud coming out. And that's it for the track. So now I will just show you guys real quick one more thing about this track, which is the mastering chain. So we'll go down here to mastering, and we will unfold all this stuff here. So, wait, fold, yeah. Oops. Can we unfold this? Is there a way to like do this quickly? Holy shit. Unfold. There we go. Okay, so this is the mastering chain. So this one, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I literally just looked up a YouTube tutorial and copied it over. So I'll try and explain what he did here. But yeah, this was just a mastering rack he basically told me to use. So the first thing, I do understand this. So we have it shows like there's two EQs here. So this is the first EQ here, and you just, in stereo, you cut some of the highs and the lows, and you do it with this, I think it says ×4, but it's like it's a high pass ×4 and a low pass ×4, and it's like a brick wall, so it just, none of the frequencies can go over that. Whereas like this one here, if you switch it to this, it's a little bit more slanted. You can see it's not as like up and down, but yeah, this one directly cuts all those frequencies out. And then here you do something called mid-side EQ. So mid-side EQ basically is EQing in stereo and mono, and it's just a way of mastering a track. So what that means is stereo is when the signal is, think about it, it's wider, it's in both ears, right? Mono, it's more towards the center. And basically, so here, as you can see, so here, this is in mono. So in mono, we just boosted the lows a little bit here to add some brightness. Okay, and in stereo, I actually cut all of the lows at 100, and then I did a boost up high. I don't know why, maybe you guys can explain this to me, but every single mastering tutorial I see, they're like, all right, when you do your mid-side EQ, boost the lows in mono and then cut the lows in stereo. I guess it just sounds better on your speaker system. I don't really know the science behind it, but yeah, that's it. Okay. We have a glue compressor here to, I guess, glue it together. Again, I don't exactly know how that works or what we're doing here, but I increase the attack, release the, lower the release, and up the threshold a little bit. So whatever that does, not really sure. Again, still learning. Saturator, I guess this would add some color. So yeah, I just input up the drive, up the output. Multiband dynamics. This one boosted the highs and the mids in, I'm not sure if it's mono or stereo. Again, not super sure. Okay. Also, I have a utility on here just to increase the width. And then I have a limiter too to make it as loud as possible. I have it coming through. I mean, it's supposed to be at negative 6 dB. It's coming through at negative 3. I don't know why. Last night it was. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's coming through at negative 6. So, anyways, that's our mastering chain. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to look at the video I watched. It's by DaFresh, and he explained this. It's like a 5-minute video. So, and he does the entire chain there. So, yeah, check it out. So this is with our mastering chain. So without. And this is right here, without. I don't know, it just sounds nicer. I feel like, and it's a bit, I guess a bit louder. So anyways, that is the video, guys. That is day 3. Hope you guys enjoy the track. It's on SoundCloud now, so if you want to listen to it, add it to your playlist or whatever. That would be awesome. If not, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below if you would like to give me some feedback. But otherwise, yeah, thanks for watching.